never-ending search to want something, to always have to obtain something to make your life better, will never fill that void in your heart. And Chainsaw Man teaches that in a subtle but a very good way. Denji, our main character here, 17-year-old broke student. By the way, if you don't read manga, don't like manga, anime, whatever, you can still watch the video because it still relates to the self-improvement and bettering yourself, but also a lesson in a way. This will contain spoilers for Chainsaw Man though, so if you're not caught up or you don't want to hear that, then you click off. But Denji is our character. He's broke. You know, he starts off like most shonen characters, broke, you know. He obtains his devil powers by Pachita, becomes, you know, a superhero, and he's, you know, helping the world in a way. But his goals, aspirations are different from a lot of main characters. Got characters like Luffy, Naruto, they want to be the kings of their worlds, basically, Hokage, Pirate King. Denji, all he wants is some toast with some jelly on it. That's the first goal, toast with jelly on it, which we'll get to later. A nice home, a girlfriend, a normal life, because he never knew what a normal life was. Now remember this, even with this, he do still like his life in the shed. He just wants more because he wants to know what it feels like to have a normal life. But through becoming a devil hunter, he starts to experience more of these things. He finally gets the toast. And it's this big moment, like, oh, he just, you know, he killed the devils for this, you know. He finally got to bed, he can sleep on, all this. He finally gets the toast, and through him getting these things, he feels happy in the moment, and he feels kind of like, he feels happier, but he starts to feel empty. And you can see that this series, more and more as he gets more stuff, he almost becomes more depressed than he was when he first started. And Pachita talks about this in the latest chapter. You have one of those crappy kind of brains where you're more happier in hell than heaven. You can find heaven in it. And we look at Denji as like, oh, well, his dreams are so simple, stupid, whatever. We laugh at him because they're so simple.
Sure. I mean, it's pretty much cool as shit. Those guys feed me 3 meals a day. Plus, I get a futon.
That's like the bare minimum standard of living in Japan.
But we are not far from him. And this really goes to show, no matter what dreams, no matter how big or small they are, they do not fill that void. They do not make you happy. I mean, look at the rich people on earth. Rich people do a lot of weird shit. And you know, I heard this meme, it's like, it's because there's nothing to do in game. Think about when you complete a game, right? You play the whole game. I'm playing Elden Ring right now. You play this whole game grinding, gang. It's hard. It's a hard-ass game. You play this whole game doing this. You finally get to the boss. You beat him. And while you're happy, yes, you're like, dang. It kind of leaves you, like, blank. Because you're like, wow, I just did it. Now there's nothing to do now. Your whole point was to become the Elden Lord, but become the king. But when you get there, it's a sense of ifness. Because it goes along with, it's cliche, but it's about the journey, not the destination. And we'll get back to that. But we're just like that. We want riches. We want to be millionaires. We want the fame. We want the girls, cars, whatever. But when we get these things, we feel empty. Why do you think people do all this? Like, they do all this crazy shit because they're empty. They thought this would make them cooler. A lot of rich people, like, they kind of start off as like loser, socially awkward people, and they like, oh, I'm rich now. Everybody's supposed to be like, oh, he's the coolest now. They think it makes them cooler, but you're not cool. Like, you were never cool. Just because you're getting money doesn't make you just the coolest guy ever. Things do not solve your problems. Just getting things, getting money, getting the toast, whatever, it's not gonna make you happy. It'll give you bursting, you know, dopamine rushes and hits, but it's not gonna grant you long-term happiness. This is because humans were naturally animalistic creatures. We want, but our stomachs are never full. We always want more. We always feel like we don't have enough. We always feel like if we get to here, we're gonna finally be happy. But this is something I full-heartedly believe, and I had to come to the realization with myself is, if you're not happy where you're at, with what you don't have and what you currently do have, it's gonna be very hard to be happy in the future. It's not impossible, but if you can be happy with very little to nothing, then it's gonna be easier to be happy. Now you might say, oh, Denji was happy with nothing, but when he got it, he finally wasn't there. That is because he thought he always needed something. He thought he always needed something extra. He thought he always needed. He was happy when it was just him and Pachita. He was happy there. When he finally got something, he was still happy in the houses with his friends and stuff like that. The food, but he got caught in the cycle that I call wanting. It's a guinea pig, like you're a guinea pig. We always in the cycle wanting more. We never take time to hop off the cycle and just enjoy what we have. The best moments of Chainsaw Man is when he's going on dates, when he's with his friends at the house, you know, even fighting the demons like together in the moment. It's the journey. That's when life is the most enjoyable for him. Even at the end of it's volume 11, right? Or it might have been the end of volume 10. When he's in the basement, he wants to be Chainsaw Man. Like, he wants this. He likes the battling no matter whatever it is. He likes this because it's the journey. It's the thrill. It's the moments. Those are what make up life. It's not the, you know, things. In the Bible, Luke 12:15, it says, life does not consist in the abundance of things. Life does not consist of that. To me, now, life is whatever you make of it. But if you're struggling with this, life is experience. Life is moments. And those are part of Chainsaw Man, the moments and the people around. That's what makes his life better. When he was at the lowest, he had Pachita. Kept him going, he had a friend at least at every moment. The more he gets depressed more and more, even though he has, the clothes, even though he has the food, when he loses more of his friends and stuff, when he loses power, when he loses Aki, you know what I'm saying? When he loses Nayuta, this is when he's at least happiest. Life is about experience, is in moments, and the people around you. Don't get so caught up in the wants. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. I want that. You start to let everything around you pass. It's like the quote from the, I don't even know what movie this is. I'm not even gonna edit this part out or anything. Life moves fast, so if you don't stop and look around once in every while, it's gonna go by fast. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go right ahead of you. I've totally butchered that quote, but you get what I'm saying. So my overall wrap up for this video is: be content and enjoy life. It's still good to have goals. Goals are good because goals fill up time. They take up space. Without having these goals, I'm not against the goals or anything. I have goals myself. I have aspirations. But I do have to note, I was in a mindset of, oh, I need to get rich to be happy. No, you can be happy now. It is your life. That is freedom. Freedom is not, and I'll make a video about Aaron. I got Aaron, and one like that too, being a slave to freedom. Freedom is not physical. It's mental. You can physically, have all these things, but you can still be mentally not free. Mental freedom is about enjoying situations or living life and keep going no matter what you're put in. You can be in jail and be free. Now that sounds contradicting. You're in jail. Your mindset, bro. You got to realize these borders around you, they're physical, but they can't break you unless you let them. I'll get more into that in the video I do about Aaron, but don't get caught up in this cycle, because even when you win, you will never feel fulfilled. You always need to replace and replace and replace and replace. We all gonna have to get on the cycle because we all got wants and needs. And yes, doing these things, getting rich is way better than being poor. You know what I'm saying? It's way better. But I just want to warn and heed people to where when you get these things, it's not gonna make you happy. Happiness is a thing that we gotta practice every day, that we gotta find within ourselves. These things can boost temporary happiness, but they cannot boost long-term happiness. That is up to us in our head, in our mind. I'm gonna catch y'all later tomorrow. The last chapter of Chainsaw Man comes out, so I wanted to post this today. It might be privated until tomorrow, but yeah, I appreciate all the love. Hope y'all like this type of video. You know what I'm saying? We got Dingy in the bag, all this. Love y'all. Peace.